What's up guys, I'm randomfrankp, back with the 5th installment in the Random Questions Q&A series. Haven't done one of these videos in nearly 3 years, so it's been a minute. I think I had like 200,000 subs back then. I wanted to do one of these when I hit 1 million a few months ago, but I figured, hey, let's revive it. Hopefully it does well. This video is sponsored by LastPass. We'll also have more information on them in a little bit. I know, one of my favorite channels, Paul's Hardware, he does these pretty frequently with, probing Paul. So hopefully if we get a lot of, questions, a lot of interest, I can make these, a reoccurring monthly thing maybe. I put some feelers out there on Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. Had you guys ask me a few questions. So I pulled up a handful here of the most consistent. And also just to address the more common questions that I get like every day. I'm 26 years old. Okay, I was born September 6, 1992. Yes, I did go to school. I don't go to school anymore. I graduated college in 2015 with a degree in communications and public relations with a minor in graphic art. So you can kind of translate that to YouTube in a rough way. So no, I don't go to school anymore. I already graduated. And yes, I went to Wilkes University, which is why sometimes you'll see me wearing, some Wilkes apparel. Those are two of the more frequently asked questions. First up though, from Discord, we have Calf asking, what does your editing workflow look like? It definitely depends. My most common thing that I'll do is, when I'm in Adobe Premiere, I'll try to keep an organized timeline. That's just, a way to get a more efficient edit and stuff. This was from the Neon Advanced video I filmed a few days ago. It was only a 5-minute video, so there wasn't a lot going on. But as you can see, the timeline here, nice and concise. Other times, like the Cool Tech Under 50 series, those videos have a lot more clips, a lot more editing involved, so that'll be a bigger timeline. But 9 times out of 10, the first thing I'll do is I'll get a general idea of the video and the flow of that. I'll script some things down and film the A-cam stuff where it's me talking. Next day, I'll just film a ton of B-roll, edit it all together, and then pick up, film some pickup shots and things I might need to film to complete the video, get the thumbnail done. Usually takes around 3 days to fully film and edit a video, sometimes more, sometimes less. All depends on the video. Next from QR90, I think the font I use is kind of weird. Maybe it's G, looking like a Q. Do you sell all the gear you don't end up using for your setup? It's tough. I try to sell some things that I won't ever need again or have no real purpose for. Mostly though, it just ends up in the gear room. As you can see, it's kind of like a mini Micro Center or a Best Buy. I do have to start selling some things because getting a bit cluttered in there. But I don't like to sell things that I might need again in the future. For example, like most of the peripherals I'll keep in case I need to use it again, for whether it's like a best of the best kind of video or just, things to complete a video. I don't know, with peripherals it's kind of tough. Next up from Bombing Jupiter, have you ever thought about starting a group company to help with content and go full-time like Linus Media Group? I've definitely thought about it, it's crossed my mind. Now that we're at 1 million subs, it would definitely be nice to have, extra pair of hands to help me out, whether it's filming. The thing is, since I work from home, the studio's in the basement of my house, it's a lot more complicated once you start working from your home. You have to actually register your business, so it's a whole new process. And I'm someone who, honestly, I work better by myself, where it's all in my head. I can just knock it out efficiently without worrying about how they're gonna do it, if it's up to, like my standards. Kind of like a group project kind of thing. Just let me do what I need to do. And also, like, as much as it would be nice to have someone else helping me, especially with filming. I hate filming. I would just much rather be like a full-time editor if I could. I love the whole video editing process and color correcting. Just the biggest thing is the self-gratification and just the fact that I've built all of this past 1 million subs by myself. That's definitely, it's a nice feeling. There's tons of bigger YouTube channels out there, even smaller channels who, yeah, they have a whole group, they have a whole company working for them. They have editors, they have certain color correctors, they have people who film, they have people who script. And their videos look great, but at the same time, it's like, I'm doing all this by myself. It's a really good feeling knowing that I'm doing this by myself without any extra help. Although it would be nice, but probably sticking to the, the one-man crew for a while still. Next from Discord, we have Jay's Rep, maybe that's how you say it. What kind of music do you like to have in the background while being productive? Sometimes I'll just throw on like one of my Spotify playlists, like one of those chill, mellow beats playlists. But I'm more of like a podcast guy in the background. I listen to tons of different podcasts, and I'm always just weeks and months behind at this point. So I'll usually throw one of those up in the background while I'm filming and stuff. I can't listen to music while I'm editing, obviously, because that will throw me off. While I'm scripting and writing stuff down, I can't listen to music. It's more like a concentration kind of thing. But yeah, I'm more of a podcast guy than a music guy, just to have, in the background to fill the noise. From dflow99 on Instagram, what software or programs do you use to manage your YouTube channel? Like I said before, I'm pretty much all Adobe, so Premiere for video editing, although it's super buggy and annoying, gotta live with it. Photo editing and stuff for like thumbnails, that's definitely Photoshop. I use things like Hootsuite to manage Twitter and to schedule posts and stuff like that for when I'm sleeping in the morning and have video go live, all scheduled. And I also, where the sponsor comes into play, LastPass. LastPass is my go-to tool for managing all my passwords. Obviously with YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever sort of website I'm using, all the passwords need to be managed somehow. That's where LastPass comes into play. And again, thank you to LastPass for sponsoring this video. I've been using them since 2017 when I first showed it off in my back to school tech video. So almost 2 full years now, and it's just been great. It's a huge tool for the channel. LastPass relieves that constant process of trying to remember your numerous passwords for all your different sites. And you can stop getting locked out or constantly resetting those passwords, only to then forget it next time you log in. Avoid that annoying cycle, and all of your passwords are conveniently at your fingertips, and it consolidates all the critical information in one accessible, secure vault. LastPass fills in your usernames and your passwords for you, and autofills all your credentials on mobile sites and apps for iOS and Android as well, with a limited password storage and syncing between your devices and platforms. You can also easily and safely share your passwords if others need access to some of your accounts, making something like a work environment, for example, a breeze. If you want more features like advanced multi-factor authentication options and emergency access, you can also upgrade to the LastPass Premium. Again, keep all your data secure with no longer having to use the same password for everything, no more answering a million security questions about your cousin's, friend's, brother's first car, or your high school mascot, because LastPass has all your passwords securely stored. If you want to check it out, I'll put a link for you down below. So a huge tool for the channel and all my social media and stuff like that. Thanks again to LastPass for sponsoring this video. Back to some more questions. From Instagram, Dreamin' of YT, do you have a favorite YouTuber you watch? I've talked about this one a few times before. I'm a big fan of Rooster Teeth. Obviously, I've showed them. They'll just like be on in the background while I'm filming and stuff. Rooster Teeth podcasts, Funhouse. Actually, a fun fact, their Achievement Hunter channel, I believe, was a Let's Play. One of them, I am the only channel they're subscribed to that isn't in the Rooster Teeth family. Thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know who subscribed to me, but definitely a cool feeling. Obviously the big tech guys, Linus. I've been a fan of MKBHD for a while. I met him at CES a few times. I'm gonna chat with him. It's always pretty cool, although he doesn't follow me. I'm a big fan of Josh Valor, or Valor, not too sure how you say his last name, but he's a big audio guy. Severely underrated. I'm not gonna just name channels for a while, but the main ones, MKBHD, Funhouse, Rooster Teeth, the main group of people that I pretty much watch every single video for. Senior Cutie, I think that's how it is. I should have picked better font. It's kind of tough to see what is here. From Twitter, are you gonna review the OnePlus 7 Pro? Probably not. I would love to, but YouTube is, there's so much of like a stay in your lane kind of platform. And what I mean by that is, as a tech guy who does a lot of gaming peripherals and setup stuff, if I show off something that isn't directly related to that, then they will cap your video so much and they will not push it out to people who don't watch that kind of stuff. Now, you're probably saying like, what? That doesn't make any sense. YouTube's algorithm is so bizarre, it's constantly changing. And it's really the complete opposite of one of the main reasons why in the beginning I loved YouTube so much. I always used to say, on YouTube, there's no glass ceiling, but there is. Over the past few years, there's so many restrictions that they put into play in their algorithm. So if I wanted to review a smartphone, it would get like no views. It would probably like get 20,000 the first day, which is probably a lot to most people, but my usual tech stuff that gets pushed out is usually between like 60 to 80,000 views day one. And again, that's also kind of iffy because so many things factor in here. So for example, when I put out like my Neon Advanced video and my SteelSeries Arctis headset, that got pushed out. I believe I uploaded that on a Wednesday morning. And since this was a SteelSeries video, since that Wednesday morning, you know, people are in school. A lot of my demographic is younger kids or, you know, like teenagers. So obviously they're in school at that time, probably not watching the video. YouTube sees, okay, this video didn't perform as well as it should at this time. It only received this, you know, amount of views the first hour. So we're not gonna push it out to the rest of the people. So that's definitely annoying as opposed to on a weekend if I upload a video at like 9 a.m. when people are home from school, probably maybe watching in the morning, they watch, it gets pushed out more evenly. YouTube's distribution is absolutely insane. So I would love to review smartphone stuff, but again, it's just not my channel's genre. And unfortunately, it would probably negatively affect me if I did. That's not stopping me from in the future though, maybe, you know, picking up a phone like that, an Android phone, and doing some sort of content around it. But smartphone reviews, it would do poorly, unfortunately. From XHuggo on Discord, did you see Endgame? And I'm gonna shatter, no spoilers, but I'm gonna shatter everyone's impression of me and how they look at me, okay? I'm gonna admit it. No, I didn't see Endgame. And I have no purpose to. I've never seen any of the Avengers. I've never seen any Iron Man or Thor or Black Panther. I have never seen anything. I'm just not into it. I'm sorry. I like Batman. That's about it. Everything else, the whole superhero stuff, I am just not into whatsoever. I have no interest in it. So yeah, I'm sorry if that hurts you, but I'm just really not. And it's just not my kind of thing. It's just not my kind of thing. Monkey Pilot from Twitter, what's your favorite piece of tech from your Cool Tech Under 50 series? This is pretty tough. And I've seen a lot of people ask me what my favorite piece of tech was or how I find this stuff. Honestly, I'm on Amazon numerous times a day, constantly searching for new stuff like this. I buy it all myself. None of that stuff is sponsored. I'm constantly buying new tech from Amazon for this series. My favorite stuff is typically either like audio gear or like macro pads. I'm constantly showing off cool little iterations and stuff like that. I showed off the Falcon keys, like that the Falcon I remember the name. The Max Falcon 8 key macro pad last month. That stuff's always really cool. I think one of my all-time favorites is the Cybasonic DAC and amp, which was like 40 bucks, and it sounds incredible for a desktop headphone amp. That was a really cool one. The control, the volume knob, the macro knob, the Griffin Control Mate, I wanna say is what it was called. Also really cool. If you go through and watch them, I'll say like, oh, one of my personal faves for the series. I can't think of that off the top of my head right now, because again, there's just so many. I've been doing this every single month for like a while now, so I'm always buying and testing out new stuff. Hard to pick a favorite, but usually I'll say in the video like, oh, this is one of the best of the series, you know? That kind of thing. Wrapping it up here, next up from Discord is Zainazel. What gives you motivation to keep doing tech reviews and all the other types of videos you do after being in YouTube so long? Because it's just, I know, it's a hobby for me. When I first started off doing YouTube, it was mainly gameplay. And gaming, you know, that kind of stuff's fun, but having to like force, you know, yelling or trying to be stupid or funny in a video, I'm more of a chill, laid back kind of guy. So I steered away from gameplay very, very quickly. In fact, when my video started taking off, I switched to tech fully when I did my Razer Black Widow Chroma versus the Corsair K70 RGB video. That was in 2014, before I even was doing YouTube full time. That took off, millions and millions of views, one of my most viewed videos. And I found that like, I'm a gamer and I like gaming, but I don't like making gaming videos, but I could still do gaming tech, you know, keyboards, headsets, mice, anything like that. More interesting to me. And there's always gonna be new tech coming out. New peripherals are always gonna be coming out numerous times a year. So it's not even something that's gonna like, die down, because there's always gonna be new tech. Technology is always advancing, new stuff constantly coming out, and it's really fun to be on, the edge of that, getting new stuff right as it comes out to put out a video for you guys on my review. Always fun to do that, and that's just what it's more of something that I could be into for a long time as opposed to me, just yelling about some gaming video. I don't know. And then last but not least, my buddy Sakula, jsakula6 on Twitter. When are we getting more Jam and Jamal? That kind of goes in line with what I just said. Back in the day when I was doing gaming stuff, I used to do the NBA videos with Jamal White. Those were fun. That was like the 2K My Career or the My Player mode. A lot of those are private because they would not hold up with YouTube's monetization stuff nowadays. So I don't do those anymore. Unfortunately, I think Jamal, his NBA career ended back in 2015 when I kind of wrapped those videos up. But a good reminder of where the channel all started. Honestly, with doing those 2K videos, that's kind of what got me doing YouTube more. And then I just switched from Jamal and the 2K gaming stuff to tech. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I'll try to do these more consistently if this video does well. They usually don't do well because it's not a review and people don't really care about Q&A videos. But it's a nice kind of change of pace, a nice relaxing video that I can knock out in just an hour for you guys to upload throughout the week. Maybe once a month they do well if I get, better, more diverse questions, not the same old stuff. I've answered my YouTube inspiration 100 times and I'll still get that every day. People always asking about my age and all this kind of stuff, like I said, personal favorites, what kind of PC hardware they should buy. They're always asking me. I'm not here for recommendations. I'm here just telling you guys, behind the scenes Q&A stuff, things about me, the creator behind the scenes, and not just that tech reviewer that you follow on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter. So let me know if you liked this video. If you did, guys, definitely give it a thumbs up down below so I can kind of gauge, the interest. And you can drop some comments down below with some questions that I might ask for the next time in the episode 6 of Random Questions. So drop some questions down below. And like I said, big thumbs up if you liked it. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that good stuff at randomfrankp. And if you haven't already, which you probably have if you're watching this, because no one's gonna be searching for this, hit that subscribe button. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a good day.